The storm had rolled in fast. 1 minute, the mountain road was coated in a harmless dusting of snow. The next it was buried under a blizzard's fury. The air was a swirling wall of white, the kind that swallows headlights and leaves drivers blind to anything beyond their own hood. Jake Lawson gripped the steering wheel of his heavy-duty wrecker, the kind of tow truck that looked like it could pull a freight train. His breath came out in foggy bursts inside the cab, his jaw locked tight. He'd been doing this for 23 years, but even experience didn't erase the knot in his gut when the radio call came in. Loaded semi, stuck on Blackridge Pass. Jackknifed. Dangerous position. Blackridge wasn't just any mountain road. It was infamous. Drivers called it the Widowmaker for a reason. As he pushed the wrecker higher into the mountains, the road narrowed into a ribbon of ice. The cliff edge was invisible under the snow, but Jake knew it was there. A 1,000-foot drop waiting for a mistake. His mind replayed the dispatcher's words. Jackknifed meant the trailer had swung sideways, blocking the road. Dangerous position could mean half the truck was already hanging over the edge. If that was true, any wrong move might pull the whole thing into the abyss. A shape emerged through the snow, the silhouette of a semi-truck, lights dimmed under a blanket of ice. The trailer was sprawled across the road, its rear wheels kissing the cliff's edge. Wind howled through the gap, carrying the faint metallic groan of stressed steel. The driver, a man in his mid-40s wearing a bright orange parka, was pacing near the cab, his movements sharp with panic. Jake pulled his wrecker to a stop, every muscle tight. Stepping out, the wind hit him like a freight train. The cold bit through his gloves as he shouted over the gale. "Name's Jake. We're gonna get you out. But you need to stay back." The man nodded, eyes wide. "It started sliding when I tried to brake. Half the trailer's hanging. I thought it was going over." Jake knelt near the cliffside, his boots digging into the snow. The trailer's back end hung over empty space, its weight pulling toward the drop. The snow under the tires was loose and slick, like powdered glass. This wasn't going to be a standard hookup. One false pull and the trailer would drag the cab and possibly Jake's own truck down with it. He unspooled the winch cable, the heavy steel line rattling against the frozen ground. Hooking it to the semi's frame, he worked quickly, but every sound, the groan of the trailer, the hiss of the wind, the crunch of shifting snow, set his nerves on edge. He could feel the weight of the mountain pressing in. Inside his wrecker, Jake tightened his grip on the winch controls. The cable strained, humming like a taut guitar string. Snow blasted against the windshield as the massive wrecker inched backward, dragging the semi away from the cliff. Then suddenly the cable jolted hard. The whole truck rocked violently. The semi's back wheels had sunk deeper, threatening to snap the line. Jake's heart pounded. One bad call and both rigs would be gone. He feathered the controls, easing the strain, his eyes flicking between the mirrors and the semi. The storm roared, lightning flashed in the distance, and for a split second, everything went silent, until the sound of splitting ice cut through the air like a gunshot. The ground beneath the trailer began to give way. Jake slammed the winch into overdrive. The wrecker's engine roared, tires clawing for grip. The semi lurched forward, the rear wheels barely clearing the crumbling edge. Snow and rock tumbled into the darkness below. When the last of the trailer rolled safely onto solid ground, Jake exhaled for the first time in what felt like hours. The driver stumbled toward him, shock etched into his face. "Man, I thought I was dead." Jake gave a half smile, his breath visible in the freezing air. "Not on my watch." But as he coiled the cable, the mountain let out another deep, groaning rumble. The storm wasn't done, and neither was the danger.